Okay, so for the first time in God knows how long, we're getting a standalone trailer for FIFA 21 Career Mode, and that certainly got me hyped. I'm literally on EA's YouTube page watching the Career Mode trailer right now. It begins in about 10 seconds. In today's video, we're going to be watching the Career Mode trailer together, and also we'll be taking a look at the pitch notes article about Career Mode and just going through every bit of information EA put out. Exciting times for us Career Mode players here as the trailer begins. Let's watch it. Here we go, boys. FIFA 21 Career Mode trailer. I'm gassed. Let's get into it and see what EA have got to offer.
Career mode with a new interactive match sim, more control over training and developing your squad.
Okay, good start so far. Good start so far. Now, one thing I should say, I'm not expecting any big new features to be announced because if they had to do that, they would have done it before when they announced the brief description of what's coming in Career Mode. So my expectation today is to just get to see all these new features that they announced before in action. If they announce any new features, I'll absolutely take it. So let's see.
Ready for a whole new way to play out your career? The brand new interactive match sim gives you full control when simming matches.
Okay, we've seen this before. We've seen this before.
Change the course of the game, or take charge for key moments to dominate the moments that matter.
You just know I'm not jumping in a simulation game to take a penalty because you guys know how bad I am at pens. I'd rather let the AI and I'll just gamble on that. But I love the fact that we can finally make substitutions during simulations because come on EA, how was this not in the game? This was there back in FIFA 9, FIFA 10, but honestly, not complaining. I'm so glad it's back for FIFA 21. So far, man, I'm excited for FIFA 21. That's all I'm going to say. And we're only 30 seconds into the trailer. This is, I think, one of the biggest features, even if it's a feature that's been added on from previous FIFAs. I think it's one of the biggest additions we've had in this game mode for a long time. So I'm glad. I'm so glad. Let's continue.
Match stats and player performance levels, and make subs or tactical changes on the fly to influence the outcome of the match.
Okay, we know that. Oh, this is interesting now. Player development.
System puts you in charge of your squad's development.
Okay, so I think the old system of training is gone. Brilliant, because I hated that. That's class. Oh my god. After so long, we can finally change positions of players. We can convert Trent to a right winger. That is absolutely brilliant. And also look at this, guys. It shows it takes about like 81 weeks. So you can't just make any player into another position. It takes time. 81 weeks is like more than a year, right? So yeah, it'll take him a long time to develop into that new position, which is how it should be. So I'm glad. It should be like a lot lesser if you're making a central midfielder to a cam or something. So I think EA have got this spot on. Don't look too much into the stats, but this screen gives me a lot of hype because so much depth here with all these options. I'm genuinely super hyped for this. So let's keep going.
New position training and new development plans give you control over.
Okay, so this is, I think, what's replacing training. Like you can like train Firmino into a pressing forward, and I suppose his stamina and aggression and all might go up. If you make him like a penetrator, maybe his finishing goes up. Love it. Absolutely love it.
To help you build your squad's attributes to match your style of play.
That's how the training features should be. Brilliant, EA. Okay, wait. Active training. What's this?
At the same time with a new activity management system. Choose when to rest and when to train throughout the week as you balance your players' morale and fitness with match sharpness. A new stat that shows you how likely players are to perform at their peak. Then,
I'm confused now.
Training sessions, monitor your players' progression, and find that sweet spot with fitness and morale to keep.
Okay, this is something new. This is something completely new. Player fitness was there before. We had morale before, and now we're getting something new called player sharpness. We got to take an in-depth look on what that is, but so much new stuff in career mode, boys. We're looking good this year.
Or the hunt for the brightest young prospects. New options.
We're looking good this year, boys.
Players and a more realistic transfer market in FIFA 21.
I like that. You can actually loan players in.
Player swap offers with other managers to bolster your squad each transfer window.
Player swaps will actually work. Brilliant. That's a much needed change. Ooh, I like this. AI FIFA 20 career mode awful. We need changes, so let's see.
Opposition AI gives you a more intelligent opponent to play against in every match you play. New tackling, player switching, and marking logic makes opposition defenses harder to break down.
Finally, we're gonna get a competitive AI.
Understanding of dribbling and passing to keep you on your toes from game to game.
Okay, that's gonna be difficult to defend against.
To train, play, and make transfers. Manage every moment of your career in FIFA.
I like it. I think that's it. I like it. They've actually put in features that we wanted, and it's not just features that would have been like good for marketing, you know, like how those cutscenes were a few years ago. I feel the new sharpness system is going to add more depth to the game mode, which is much needed. Like, where's that screen gone? I think it was this. So I think training is still in the game, but this kind of training doesn't improve stats. All it does is improve sharpness. That's what I'm guessing. And you're gonna have to manage like the training system in the sense of like putting more training sessions in, or giving recovery days to your players. I think that's going to create a new dimension for career mode. And of course, the big one for me was the position changing mechanics and basically just this screen. It looks absolutely brilliant. And of course, the new simulation system. I'm really happy with the feature set EA are offering this year. And yeah, no complaints from me if this is the direction we go. But it shouldn't be the case where like EA just stop innovating now for the next 5 years. If EA can continue to build on this, we'll have a fantastic career mode in the next 3 or 4 years. So they just got to keep going, because this is the direction the game needs to head in. And I'm super excited now for FIFA 21 career mode. But that's just the trailer. We've now got more stuff to look at, which is of course like a detailed pitch notes article. Let's go through that as well. So I've got the FIFA 21 pitch notes article on my screen. We really wanted to put a bigger focus on the career mode this year and deliver on some of the key features we know you've all been asking for FIFA 21. In a year like no other, we've all had to navigate new and unique challenges together, but this did not detract us from our goal of delivering a feature-packed career mode experience. And this is why I appreciate the changes EA have brought in. It's been a difficult year. We've seen PES unable to deliver a new game, so I'm willing to cut EA some slack with the features they've offered this year. I think it could have been more, but with the situation in the world, I think we all need to cut them some slack. They've still managed to deliver a solid feature set, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments section, but let's get through some more information. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire article. It'll just take way too long. So I'm just going to go through the interesting bits. Now, we already know about the simulation system. We can jump in and out. We can view the game entirely. Or we can do like a classic sim like how it was before. But what I want to see is the player development stuff and all. Like, what is this about? So let's go through it. Okay, so player development is something that's actually changed quite a bit, because it's going to be through XP, which is massive, because I think we'll have more of an impact on how our players grow. Because look at this. Based on how well they do in their matches, their potential to grow, they will gain more XP or less XP, which is huge, because we now have more of an impact. On previous FIFAs, it's pretty random. You really don't know what's happening, so I prefer this. And you can actually make changes to major attributes, skill moves, weak foot ratings, work rates as well. Finally, you love to see it. And yeah, I'm gassed with this. And also you would have seen that screen with Firmino, you know, how you could make him like a penetrator and whatnot. So yeah, so it's I think going to work that way, and I'm so excited to see all this in action, because yeah, this is the screen I'm talking about. So for example, you can make Mbappe like a goal poacher, a mobile striker, a complete striker, and depending on that, his stats will increase or decrease, I guess. Not decrease, but yeah, mostly increase, and it'll take a certain amount of time to go through some of those training programs. Like for example, to make Mbappe a goal poacher, it would take like 20 weeks, so brilliant, much better than the training system we had before. Similar to, of course, the player development thing, player position I guess is going to work in a similar way, where we can change Trent to like a right winger, as we just spoke about, and it'll take like a certain amount of time. As you would have seen, making him to like a right wing back would take just a month, whereas if you want to make him like a right winger, or let's say maybe like a defensive midfielder, that'll take like about 20-30 weeks. So love that. Okay, so we've got like a new attribute in addition to morale and fitness, and that is match sharpness. Love it. Each training day will feature 3 distinct training session slots, each focusing on a specific training drill and specific players. Oh, okay. This is similar to the training system we had before. What are these names though? Extreme Hot Potato? What's going on here, EA? But I don't think these affect stats. They affect player sharpness and fitness, if I'm not wrong. Okay, I get that now. Multiple players can now participate in each drill depending on the drill type, allowing you to involve up to 15 players in each training day. So what about the rest? That's a bit confusing. What do these training drills do? I think it affects sharpness. It like makes your player more sharp for the upcoming game. That's what I'm presuming. I'm a bit confused on the sharpness thing. Like, what does it actually do in game? Like, honestly. So you can affect sharpness through these training drills. They're going to be similar to training we had before, but it's not going to affect the overall of the players. So, interesting. When the game comes out, I guess that's when we'll know. Okay, wait, we've got information here on sharpness. Sharpness ranges from 0 to 100. Sharpness at 50 means the player is at average sharpness. They will not receive a boost, nor will they incur a penalty on attributes. Okay. 50 to 100, the player is sharper than average and their attributes will be boosted. So this works similar like morale, basically. So when their sharpness is 100, positioning goes up by 4, finishing goes up by 4, ball control up by 3, shot power up by 3. So we know we got to keep our players sharp and happy. Because look at that, Mbappe goes to 95 overall if we do that. That's brilliant. Okay, this is how sharpness works. Team schedule planning is one of the new features as well, and this is how it looks. So basically you can plan out your week and have activities on the non-match days. You know, a training day, a recovery day, and a rest day. Like that. Absolutely like that. So basically, if you put a training day, your match sharpness goes up for your players, but fitness and morale could go down if you put too many training sessions. That is brilliant. This adds a sense of like difference to every career mode and more depth to the game mode. So brilliant to see. Recovery day, this gets back fitness. So maybe having a recovery day like after this game against Palace makes sense, and a rest day to just give the players a chill day off. You know, this is what I want to do in career mode, man. Love to see it. So if you're not much of a micromanager, you can like simulate all these sessions and have it done automatically. So that is nice. And they've also got the normal monthly calendar, which is also interesting. But that's brilliant. So far we've got new player development, a new player positioning system, this activity manager or whatever, and of course the visual sim. This is probably the biggest changes we've seen in a career mode for I don't even know how long. So I'm really happy with this. We've got some transfer improvements as well. Loan to buy. Instead of making risky transfers, you can now loan the players you desire first with the option to make the transfers permanent when or if they live up. Okay, love that. AI player swap proposals. Ooh. While player swaps were introduced to career mode a while back, you might have noticed that AI was still preferring old-fashioned cash-only transfers. The AI will now make player swap proposals with players of their own. When you attempt to buy a player from another club, they can propose a swap as well, asking for one of your players in return. Ooh, that's cool. That is cool. That'll create for unique circumstances. I like that. And also AI will now renew contracts of players. So say goodbye to getting Messi for free in his contract expiry. So EA have fixed that, and that's cool to see. And I guess we've got like new visuals as well for the game. So apparently we've got new unique UI branding for Premier League, Liga, Bundesliga, La Liga. Now remember when EA marketed this as a new feature for last year? Yeah, that was tough. We redesigned the way press conferences answers impact the whole team. For post-match interviews, only the players that played in the match will be impacted by your answers that address the whole team. In pre-match press conferences, only players that are eligible to play will be impacted. Okay. This is brilliant because the morale system was a bit broken. You could get your morale up to very high so easily, so I like that. It's brilliant to see, and they've received our feedback and they've made changes there. So that's good to see. Oh, established youth academy. When you take on the manager of a club, you no longer have to start setting up a youth academy by yourself. The club will already have a youth scout hired. Oh my god, have EA just looked at real life and see what happens and they've put this in? So we'll actually, like, if you're Barcelona, you won't have to create your own La Masia. You'll have someone there ready to go. That's nice. That's a good quality of life improvement. Homegrown talent, I think this was the pre-order bonus. Don't need to talk about that. You can now give your club 500 million to start with. What? Directly at the start of the game? This is going to create for some unique random videos and experiments, I think. But I think they're removing the catalog stuff, so okay with that. They've improved negotiation business. Clubs won't be interested in taking offers from a rival club, so if you're Real Madrid, forget signing Leo Messi. Players won't be interested to move to a low-ranked league or club that they have a grudge against. Ooh, interesting. Oh, forget signing Leo Messi. It's going to be basically impossible to sign Messi. Players with the one club trade won't be interested in joining another club. Oh god, that's interesting. We've changed the player retirement logic to trigger only if the player is in the final year of their current contract. Okay. Retirement closer to 40. We're seeing Ronaldo playing for another 6 years, I guess, on career mode. Love that. fixed an issue with player personality and emotion for youth and regen players that had improper personality and emotion assigned. I have never even noticed this. Probably because my career modes don't go that further in to youth stuff and all. So there's that. There's just so much new. Like honestly, I'm gassed. Like so many quality of life improvements to the game mode. EA really weren't messing when they said this is the year for career mode, man. Because I am absolutely excited. There's so much more to talk about. Make sure to read through the article. We've gone through pretty much the important bits, but this is going to be a big year for me, I feel, for other career mode YouTubers. I'm happy with the feature set. I know people are going to criticize me saying, oh, this is not enough, EA should have done more, but honestly, in a difficult year like this, I am really happy with the feature set they're offering. Career mode looks insane this year, and I can't wait for the release of FIFA 21 to get stuck in for some FIFA 21 career mode videos. But that's about it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on FIFA 21 career mode. And yeah, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time.